What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Bullets Gotti. You already know what it is. This video right here, we want to discuss this thing. So, I've been watching what's been going on. Shout out to The Haven, man. I fucks with The Haven. And I seen Hassan Campbell did a video on The Haven talking greasy, right? So, this is my opinion on it. Hassan Campbell is the true definition of a control freak narcissist. He's a dude that is never, and if you diagnose him and really have the diagnosis of Hassan Campbell, he's a man that has never accomplished anything in life. So YouTube was one of his biggest accomplishments because he became something that he always wanted to be, a star. He wanted to be a celebrity. You know, it's never been about helping the community. It's never been about helping victims. It's never been about helping the children. It's always been about him being a celebrity, him being a superstar. Hassan Campbell wants to be a superstar. That's why he says, I'm the Jay-Z of this. That's why he says, dudes be clout chasing. No, you wanted to be a star. You suffer from what they call it. They call it, I forgot what they call it though, but you suffer from main character syndrome. You want to be the main character. You want to dominate the conversation. You want to be all up in, the light. You want cameras all on you. You want to be the spectacle of everything. You want to be heard, And when other people's getting more light and more shine than you have a problem with that because you suffer from being the main character. You suffer from not having attention as a young dude. See, Hassan, nobody has ever diagnosed you or broke you down because a lot of these dudes don't know how to break a person down mentally, spiritually, and physically. But how you break a person down and make them understand who they are and give them that mirror to look at themselves, you have to really take the mirror and say to yourself, wait a minute, Hassan Campbell suffers from his insecurities. When you look at a guy, right, that he always talking about his numbers, he doesn't care about the message. He cares about the views. He cares about the money he gets. He doesn't care about the message. He doesn't care about trying to save out-risk youth. He doesn't care about trying to help out people that's going through the same thing he said he went through as a teenager. He doesn't care about any of that. His thing is, I only care about the money. I only care about the position that I'm in. I only care about being this main character. I only care about being a celebrity. And Hassan Campbell wants to be a celebrity. What type of man desires all he keeps talking about is his views? All he keeps talking about is how much people watching him. You never seen this man talks about how many young people, how many out-risk youth he's helping out. He never talks about what community centers he putting in his Bronx River neighborhood. Like literally helping out, putting programs in Bronx River. He never talks about that. He never talks about him helping out victims and starting a non-profit program or starting a whole foundation for people. He's never talked about that because he's a selfish, insecure, narcissistic individual See, King Narcissist, if you know the story about King Narcissist was a man that was a very guy that he looked at himself as this beautiful, he looked at himself as a beautiful man, right? That's because he kept looking at his reflection, right? And his reflection was perfection in his mind because he thought he was this beautiful, handsome, good-looking guy that basically, to him, he felt that he was God's gift to the world. And when you look at Hassan, he thinks he's the shit. He thinks he's perfection. He thinks he's King Narcissist. So that's why he wants the cameras all on him. That's why he wants to dominate the conversation. He doesn't want anybody to shine. Hassan doesn't want anybody to shine. His thing is, he wants it all on him. He wants the lights, the cameras, all on him. And what people like him don't understand is that be careful of the people that you offend. Be careful. Because you never know that the person that you may offend may be the one that'll finish you. You know? A lot of people don't know who they be dealing with. And people like to offend the wrong person. You know? That's why I love to read a lot of Robert Greene books, Sun Tzu, Niccolo Machiavelli. I love reading those books because one thing it does is stimulates the mind to understand human characteristics and human nature. You know, a person like Hassan Campbell, he came on the net as a victim. He showed you vulnerability. He showed you that he was a sheep, but he really was a sheep in wolf. He was really a wolf in sheep clothing because he wasn't a victim. You know, he wasn't this guy that people should feel bad for. He just sold the people a bag of goods to make them understand that he was this perfect guy that just wanted help. And a lot of times, people like him, when they so much in love with the fame, they inflate their fame. They start paying for views. They start paying people to diss them. They start paying people for street credibility. They start, you know, making up fairy tales about their life. Ask yourself, right? Hassan has a sister that has a YouTube channel. You have never once seen him put his sister or his father on his YouTube channel. His sister has his father on the YouTube channel doing a whole interview. Now, Hassan, why hasn't you put your father on that interview? And shout out to your sister's platform. It's a very great platform. I love the conversation your father had with your sister. It was a beautiful conversation. But I still didn't understand why Pop, your pops call you, or Poppy, like you like to say, right? Why did you not bring your father on the platform and had a heart-to-heart conversation? Are you ashamed? Or is your father ashamed? Is your sister ashamed of the lies that you put upon the family? Because one thing I understand about people is that when you listen to people for so long, they tell you who they are. And Hassan has told the people who he was. He's a fraud. He's a liar. He contradicts himself. He contradicts himself so much on YouTube. You know, he doesn't speak facts. He lives in a delusional world. You know, when you suffer from delusions of grandeur, you start believing your own hype. You start believing your own bullshit. And in Hassan's case, he not only believed his own bullshit, but in his case, he believed that he was bigger than the program. See, for a guy that speaks about helping other YouTubers, who does he help? When he does platforms with other YouTubers or other people, he leaves the platform. He overtalks people. He makes it all about him. So he's not a team player because he wants it to be all about him, because his narcissism and his insecurities won't let him let other people shine. When you so much always want to be in the know, or you always want to be in the conversation, or you always want to be bigger than the program, and you think that it's I and it's not we in the team, you're going to always have the mental and the mentality of a Hassan Campbell. So he's jealous of a Charleston White. He'll say, Charleston White's stealing from me. He'll say, the Haven. He'll diss the Haven. He'll diss a Gene Deal. You know, he'll diss any and everybody on YouTube that's doing better than him. Because of Hassan minds, he hates to see other people shining if he's not shining. Because in his mind, he has jealousy in his mind. He'll talk ill about a person to make people not like him. You know, like he did with me. You know, shout out to my brother Q Butter, going behind the scenes, talking shit. You know, like I don't know that you talking shit. Talking about, yeah, you don't need that nigga on the platform. Throw the nigga off the platform. Hating on another nigga. Hating on me. Hating on me. But you have to realize the mental of that type of person. That's not a person that's a loyal. That's a person that's a foul individual. Because remember, when I was cool with him, he talked shit about everybody. Five God, Lord Akim, you know, Zip, Bimmy, everybody. Everybody. Because Hassan, mind, he has no loyalty to anybody. Everything is a content. You know, he used Derek, who was his moderator, that donated to him, as content. He humiliated the man, and then when it was all said and done and it was over with, he knew he humiliated the man, but he didn't care that he humiliated the man because it was all about the view. The fake beef that him and Sarnetta and Ted Toes Down put together was for views. Made you people jump out the window and didn't even know that y'all was being duped. That they was all in cahoots with each other. How can somebody be on YouTube and you can't look at a person like that and say that man is a Manchurian candidate? That man is a liar. He sits around on YouTube and make it seem like dudes did him wrong. But society didn't fail him. He failed himself. Because you have to realize he wasn't a victim. Hassan wanted money. He wanted money. He was tired of working as a bouncer. He was tired of fighting bullies. He wanted money. And when you come to somebody with an offer they cannot refuse, they'll do anything. Remember, this is the same man that threw Sugar Ray and iGod under the bus. Men that he called his big bros. Men that he called his OGs. Men that he called his mentors. He violated them. Called iGod a creep. Said all type of foul things about him. Violated Sugar Ray. This man is not loyal to anybody. He's a flip-flopper. He's a fraudulent man that's flaky. He turned on Kilogram, not surprising. He told you how much Wack did this and Wack did that, but what did he do? He jumped on the platform smiling ear to ear with Wack 100, but he told you, the people, that Wack 100 did this to his channel, that Wack 100 was this and that, but he showed you, the people, that he is a liar and don't stand for anything, because he didn't have no problem smiling, laughing, talking, and holding a whole full conversation with the man he said demonetized his channel. Hassan Campbell don't believe nothing he says. Because in his mind, the people is the fools. In his mind, he's manipulating his supporters. In his mind, he doesn't care. Because he wants to be a celebrity. He's hating on Gilly and Wallow because they doing a whole lot of good things that he's not doing. He talked hella shit about Mano, but apologized to Mano on a recorded conversation. He recorded the man on the phone without his knowledge. Recorded Mano on the phone without his knowledge. Not only did he record him on the phone, but he also apologized. Said, I thought you were speaking about me. This is the man that y'all believe is a victim? No, he's not a victim. He is the perpetrator. He is the narcissist. He's more than a victim. He's an agitator. He's an antagonist. He's not a victim. He is a propaganda, but you have to realize he's no different than the people that he worked for. Remember, he came on YouTube talking this, talking that, but he always kicking dudes back in that's talking what he's talking and try to say they doing this and that. Nobody's copying your style. You just don't believe the shit that you saying. You just saying anything because really and truly you trying to get a come up. Your come up is to be a poverty pimp. Your come up is to sell, how can I say this? Distress, despair, and fearmonger. You are an agent. And being that you're an agent, you don't care that you're an agent. You don't care that you're a fraud. You don't care that you're an industry plant. You don't care. Because it's all about this. It's all about the lights, camera, action, and being a celebrity. You don't want to change nothing. You talk about you diss drill music, you diss rappers, and then you playing rappers that's talking about selling drugs, shooting the block up. But you diss rappers and talk about Jim Jones. You help promote the Lobby Boys. Nobody was listening to the Lobby Boys. You helped promote the Lobby Boys. You say you hate gangster rap, but you always playing Five Guard and Swelly and Brillo. And what is those dudes talking about? They're not talking about no uplifting shit. You always doing this, gun gestures. You not on here pushing for peace. 1 minute you talking about you a civilian, next minute you talking about you the illest nigga in Bronx River, street nigga. You had a gun case, it disappeared. It's like you really are a fraud. And people are seeing it. And that's why you feel the way you feel. Because they know you're a fraud. Everybody know you're a fraud. You know, you live in your own world. You're not a friend of nobody. You don't want to help nobody. In your mind, you are a narcissist. In your mind, you don't care that you say what you say because you want to be heard. You want to have the bully pulpit. You want to dominate the conversation. You want to shine the most. You don't want others to shine because you are a control freak. You are a narcissist. You are the little kid that was in the store crying because mommy didn't want to buy you the game that you wanted. Mommy didn't want to buy you the car that you wanted. You that little kid in the store, Hassan. You were the little kid in the store that is jealous of his brothers and sisters or jealous of the other kids because their parents gave them something. You don't like to see other people succeed. You don't like to see other people be successful. You're no different than a Tommy. You know, all you did was follow his blueprint. And look at Tommy. No friends, nobody, no allies, nobody fucks with him. And you just like him. You, Young Pharaoh, it's like you thought you was bigger than the program. And nobody wants to stand next to you. Because the way you treat and talk to people. You don't want to do no panels on your channel. After you buy kilogram, that helped out your channel. But you don't like to see other people flourish because they having conversations with celebrities and you not getting the chance to have the conversation with those celebrities. So you take out your aggression on the loyal ones that were behind you. That's not somebody that's a victim. That's somebody that's a perpetrator. You put on this victimhood shit, but you the one that is paying these content creators to go at you. You paid AK-47 to go at you. You paid China Brim to go at you. You paid the Jamil Patterson dude to go at you. You pay these dudes to go at you. Not only that you pay these dudes, but you promise these dudes success on their channels. You are a fraud, a phony. You're not a victim. You pay people to go at you. You pay people for fake beefs because you don't have any beefs. You are a promoter of fake drama. And everybody follows your formula of fake beef. Is what it is.